Alright, let's take a look at every Premier League club and see what former player they desperately need back right now. Arsenal, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. What Arsenal are missing right now is some bite in midfield. At the time, receiving £35 million for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain looked hilarious, considering he just served up a spineless performance at Anfield, but lads, they could do with him now. I bet they wish they'd sent Kieran Gibbs instead. I know he hasn't done much at Liverpool other than bang one in against Man City and break his knee, but he's a tenacious, hungry midfielder that Arsenal could really use right about now, especially with the likes of Granit Xhaka displaying all the heart of a mashed up potato. Aston Villa, Tammy Abraham. Yes, he was only on loan, but I can't help wonder how well Aston Villa would be doing if they still had Tammy Abraham leading the line. Villa fans might have hoped he'd stick it out of Villa for another year, especially after having turned down Wolves in January for 5 more months of second tier football. But no, after 25 goals last season, he's finally getting his chance at Chelsea, and after 9 and 11, he's doing pretty well. Yeah, Wesley might kick on now, but come on, Abraham is guaranteed goals. And I never thought I'd say that when he was flopping every week at Swansea. Bournemouth, Tyrone Mings. I don't know, maybe Eddie Howe is happy with his defence, but I can't help but feel maybe there was an oversight on Tyrone Mings. Considering the lad has forced his way into the England squad this season, transforming Aston Villa's fortunes last year, maybe, just maybe, he'd be a better shout in Bournemouth's backline than an aging Steve Cook. Just a thought. Brighton, Oliver Norwood. Brighton fans are probably scratching their head and wondering what the hell has happened to Oliver Norwood. Relegated to Championship loans for most of his 3 seasons at Brighton, Chris Hughton clearly wrote him off as a Premier League player before he'd even played a goddamn minute in the top flight. Well, he's excelling for Sheffield United this season. I don't know, just maybe Brighton could do with having him, even as an option from the bench. Burnley, Kieran Trippier. Without a shadow of a doubt, Kieran Trippier. Listen, I'm sure Matthew Lowton is a nice fella, but he's not even in the same stratosphere as Kieran Trippier. Yes, last season was poor, but he's not Atletico Madrid for no reason. Playing in the Champions League, still clinging on to a spot in the England squad, despite Gareth Southgate having at least 3 other top-class right-backs at his disposal. He's turned into a top player, and Sean Dyche would have him back in a heartbeat. Chelsea, Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, where do we start with Chelsea? I could go for one of either Mo Salah or Eden Hazard, but no. I've always thought Kevin De Bruyne was the best player in the country, and how Chelsea discarded him like an empty pot of petit faloo, it's almost criminal. Yes, Jorginho and Mason Mount are doing well this season, but can you imagine De Bruyne slotting in alongside N'Golo Kante in this Chelsea midfield? The Chelsea front line would be through on goal every 12 seconds, and surely Frank Lampard would have top 4 sewn up at Christmas. Crystal Palace, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, this is easy. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Roy Hodgson would probably give his left ear to get that man back. I mean, don't get me wrong, Martin Kelly is trying his best, and unlike Wan-Bissaka, has actually been to a European Championships. Still no idea how, but no, he isn't fit to kiss the Man United right back's boots. For Christ's sake, Wan-Bissaka is worth 60 million quid. Kelly wouldn't be worth the dead skin off my foot. Everton, Romelu Lukaku. You could find about 5 or 6 former Everton players who slot into their team right now. Yes, Idrissa Gueye is a big miss in midfield, but no, I'm going to go for Romelu Lukaku. Just like Man United, you take guaranteed goals out of a side, and yes, they will struggle. Marco Silva would gladly dump Dominic Calvert-Lewin off a cliff to get that Belgian back up front, but obviously it's not going to happen. Leicester and N'Golo Kante. I almost went with Riyad Mahrez, but to be honest, Leicester look a threat going forward. Isn't it strange how they arguably possess a better starting 11 now than when they won the goddamn thing? I'm going to go with N'Golo Kante though. I don't care. He is the greatest footballer on the planet in his position. Slot him next to Wilfred Ndidi in midfield, then suddenly you were looking at top 5 minimum. I'm not even joking. Liverpool, Loris Karius. To be honest, I don't think Loris Karius was given a fair crack of the whip. I think we can all agree he is a world-class goalkeeper who we should all feel lucky to have ever witnessed in the flesh. Okay, no, obviously not. Let me try that again. Don't have a heart attack, lads. Liverpool, Philippe Coutinho. Yes, controversial maybe, but I do think Philippe Coutinho would win Liverpool the league. If there's one modicum of criticism that can be levelled at this team, is that maybe, just maybe, they lack a creative spark in midfield. Coutinho would unlock doors, and can you imagine him laying chances on a plate for the front 3? Not to mind his screamers from outside the box. I'm not saying they particularly need him, but for those of you saying that he wouldn't improve the team, and worse still, would be stuck on the bench beside Adam Lallana, wash your mouth out with shampoo, please. Don't actually do that, lads. Man City, Vincent Kompany. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vincent Kompany. And Mark Laporte is out injured, leaving Man City with 2 recognised centre halves, and one of them is John Stones. If Liverpool win the league, it's gonna be down to Vincent Kompany leaving the club. I really do believe that. For Christ's sake, Liverpool would have won it last season if it weren't for Kompany. I know he's 33 and his limbs made of butter, but still, the man is not only an inspirational leader, he's still a very good centre half. City should have done more to keep him, and if he's honest with himself, he probably regrets leaving. Man United, Romelu Lukaku. Yep, Romelu Lukaku, get back in this team. I could have chosen Wilfred Zaha, or yeah, I'll say it, Memphis Depay, but no. What this Man United side lack is goals. It's blindingly obvious. Since the opening day of the season, they haven't scored more than 1 goal in a match. That was 10 games ago, and they've been playing the likes of Crystal Palace and Rochdale at home. Lads, grabbing Marcus Rashford, chucking him up front and telling him to play with his back to goal, that is not going to work, Ollie. I said at the time, Man United will regret selling a man with over 100 Premier League goals to his name. He's Belgium's highest ever goal scorer. He's set more than 20 goals in a season 5 times in his career. Selling him, and even worse, refusing to replace him, was just naive and yeah, maybe even a little bit insane. Newcastle, Kevin Mbabu. I mean, I could have gone for Jorginho Wijnaldum as the obvious choice, but you know what? No, that would be unfair to the Longstaffs. I actually think Newcastle are quite safe in midfield right now, so no. I'm going to turn down that Champions League winner and instead go for Kevin Mbabu. Partly because DeAndre Yedlin is a horrendous right back who's clearly born without defensive capabilities. The man doesn't have one defensive bone in his body, which is a bit awkward when you're a Premier League right back. Kevin Mbabu was discarded by Rafa Benitez 3 years ago, but considering he starts for Switzerland, has since played Champions League football, I think the Wolfsburg man would be a better shout at right back than Yedlin. Let's not forget, he also tore Chelsea to pieces on his debut 4 years ago. Then again, that was also the same month that Stephen Naismith did the exact same thing, but still. Alright, it was good. Norwich, James Maddison. No brainer, I'm gonna go with James Maddison. Look, it might be harsh on the likes of Todd Cantwell because, to be fair, Norwich still create a hell of a lot of chances. Maybe it would make more sense to pick a goddamn centre half, especially when they've conceded 21 goals, the most in the league. I mean, this time last year, Fulham were having that same problem. They didn't solve it, they went down. Maybe Norwich are in trouble. I mean, teams without a defence don't stay up. But to be fair, alright, they haven't had a defender of note in the last 5 years. If they did, I would pick them, don't worry. But nah, instead, let's just abandon trying to improve their defence and instead just concentrate on their attack. The old brand of Kevin Keegan's suicidal tactics. Slot Maddison into this fluid attacking midfield. It would be a wet dream for the likes of Timu Pukki up front. But yeah, I know, they need a goddamn centre half. Sheffield United, David Brooks. Well, maybe not right now because he's injured, but yeah, Sheffield United could do with David Brooks. You'll note I've omitted Harry Maguire. Considering they've only shipped 7 and 8 games, I really don't think their defence is a concern. For Christ's sake, Harry Maguire has been part of a defence that's conceded more this season. God, that's embarrassing. Southampton, Sadio Mane. Virgil van Dijk would be the obvious choice, and I think the arrival of Gareth Bale might cause heart attacks across the city centre, but no, I'm actually going to go with Sadio Mane. What has Southampton lacked for years? It's goals. Ever since Mane left, to be honest. Considering the man has netted 67 goals in 3 years at Anfield, you're damn right Saints fans would be frothing at the mouth for that man to return. Tottenham, Kyle Walker. Easiest answer in the list, Kyle Walker. Tottenham have a crisis at right back. I'm sorry, but neither Serge Aurier or Kyle Walker-Peters are good enough to spend an entire season at right back for Spurs. Walker had his critics back at White Hart Lane, but he's undoubtedly the best right back that club has had, for as long as I can remember anyway. He provided with pace. I mean, sorry Trent, but he is England's best right back. Spurs could definitely do with him. So, sorry Gareth Bale, I'm omitting you again. Watford, Richarlison. Right now, Watford are absolutely terrible. Richarlison is a goal-scoring threat, they've never replaced him, and yeah, I know, he only scored 5 in 41 games for them, but still, he was their best player. Mind you, if you told Richarlison to return to Watford now, he'd probably have to be dragged by the goddamn ankles. West Ham, Checo Kouyaté. West Ham, I'm not really sure. I almost went with Carlos Tevez for a laugh. But no, he's 35, that would be insane. Let's go for Checo Kouyaté, I guess. Only last week, he just played the West Ham midfield like a fiddle. Maybe him. Considering Dimitri Payet is currently 32 years of age, before any of you mention his name. Wolves, Benikofobi. With Wolves, it's hard to say because they've improved so quickly in such a short space of time, most of their former players are still stuck in the Championship. Honestly, it's hard to find anyone. I guess, I don't know, Benikofobi might crack a few jokes on the bench, I don't know.